Hello everyone, this is Nafis and you're watching the Vision 2030. In this video, we are going to discuss about the importance of oxygen for COVID patients. Hope you have seen in a lot of news over the media or the social media that India is facing the acute shortage of oxygen. Not in the atmosphere. So our atmosphere definitely contains around 21% of the oxygen. But artificially what the oxygen will be supplied to the patients, that oxygen cylinders or oxygen concentrators, that we are facing scarcity. The question arises in the mind, as there is a lot of oxygen in the atmosphere, why can't the COVID patients also breathe the same oxygen like we do so? The question this question has arisen in the mind of the recent Padma Shri awardee Miss Kangana Ranaut. So we have to salute her thinking, and based on that also we will analyze whether this oxygen, by increasing the trees, does the COVID patient gets the proper oxygen, or what is that oxygen we are speaking about here. We'll see that in detail in this video now. First, let us understand how this oxygen level goes down in COVID patient, which is one of the common symptoms in COVID patient in the second wave. What we can see in the first wave, this was not common. In the first wave, we have seen the major symptoms like the cold and the tastelessness, unable to detect the taste, cough, all those things. But in the second wave, those symptoms has been reduced in the symptomatic patients, and the major symptoms what we can see is the reduce in the oxygen saturation level. So what is the oxygen saturation level? Let us understand this concept properly. See, probably if you have read science, if you know the biology, you should know these things. If not, also you will get these things now, or you can watch my video on the respiration in my channel, the Nafis Learner Zone, to understand this concept. The thing is, the oxygen what we breathe, probably you are aware why do we breathe. We breathe oxygen. In fact, we breathe the complete air, not only oxygen. That there is no one here, no security guard to allow only oxygen to enter and oppose the other gases. The whole air goes in the respiratory tract, and oxygen gets absorbed in the cellular level inside the lungs. We do have a pair of lungs. The lungs contain the structural units alveoli. Inside the alveoli, there are gaseous exchanges where the oxygen gets into the cellular level and carbon dioxide comes out. Okay, this happens inside our lungs, that's inside the alveoli. This is cellular respiration. So that oxygen which has been taken inside the cell will be carried from the blood to the different parts of the body wherever the body requires energy. If I need energy to my hand, and to my hand the oxygen will be carried by the blood where the glucose is broken down and we get the energy. So the blood carrying oxygen, the blood in the sense in that a particular pigment, probably you are aware of hemoglobin. The hemoglobin carries the oxygen. So that combination of hemoglobin and oxygen is called as oxyhemoglobin. This is the oxygen what is carried by hemoglobin. And when we speak about the reduce in the saturation of oxygen, percentage of oxygen in the body, that means our hemoglobin has not carrying the complete capacity of its oxygen. So in case if the capacity is something like for 100 hemoglobin, 100 oxygen molecule has to attach, that is not reaching, that's been reducing. In case if 95% oxygen is combined with hemoglobin, then that is known as 95% saturated oxygen. If it is 90, then it's 90%. I hope you understood. That's what the level you might have seen in the news or the media. So what is the level of oxygen in COVID patient? Generally, it's a matter of worry when the oxygen saturation level goes down below 90. Okay, it should be above 90 only. That's the complete capacity saturation. Probably the students who had learned science in 9th and 10th standard level, you might be knowing about the saturation. So hemoglobin saturation is, if not completely satisfied the oxygen, then that is the low saturation of oxygen. In such case, we artificially transfer oxygen. So the question is, why does it happen? Why does the reduction of the saturation happens? And how it is from the COVID-19? See what happens when the COVID-19 virus, it is a virus which infects our respiratory tract. When it enters our respiratory tract, it causes inflammation. Especially there are some cells in the respiratory tract, the external cell which prevents. Probably you are aware of epithelial cell, the outer cells which protects the lining of the respiratory system. Those actually functions in diffusion of gases in that. The gas is diffused at the epithelial cell. So that, as well as there is the immune response also takes place there. If any microbes enter into the respiratory tract, at this epithelial cells only the fight between our antibodies and this antigen, this virus happens. We can say even this epithelial cell is a battlefield. Okay, on this battlefield, when there is huge war between the antibodies, the WBCs of our body and this virus, then there will be an inflammation. There will be the tissue gets swollen, tissue get bit damp. We can say get inflammation, and because of that, the oxygen absorbing capacity of those cells get reduced. Okay, I hope you got it now. So as the oxygen absorption capacity get reduced, the saturation level of hemoglobin goes down. So that's the trouble. So if the less oxygen supplied, our body can generate less energy, leading to tiredness, fatigue, and a lot of other symptoms, as already you are infected and plus you are getting tired, in the sense your oxygen level has gone down. So this can be detected easily, or sometimes it's quite difficult also. It mainly depends on your brain, how your brain takes that, how your brain analyzes the decrease in the level of oxygen. There is even a chance that oxygen level goes down, but your body cannot identify only. You feel like you are very good. That's called a happy hypoxia. So happy hypoxia is a condition where the shortness of breath happens, but you won't able to get on the body. It cannot identify in that case. So what are you supposed to do to identify whether the oxygen level goes down? Because it is quite important. See, if a person is suffering from COVID-19, so the major worry is when your oxygen level goes down, when you feel shortness of breath. Otherwise, it's like just a common fever. So where you might have seen there are lots of patients getting admitted due to this COVID-19 positive and getting discharged very soon. You might have noticed our Chief Minister of Karnataka, B.S. Yediyurappa, has been tested positive recently, and within 3-4 days he had got discharged also. So there are many such cases you might have seen, and there are even, you have seen, there are many people dying very soon due to COVID-19. So the major reason is the patients who suffer from shortness of breath, who suffers from reducing the saturation level of oxygen, they are those who require treatment, who require to get admitted to hospital and very sensitive treatment so that they get cured. Otherwise, this disease can be fatal. So it's quite important for you to know your oxygen level. And for that, probably you might have got in your WhatsApp or Facebook some different videos or something. If you hold your breath for that particular time where it moves, and you can find out you are fit or not. I don't know exactly about how accurate those are, in fact. So I need to go through it. I had gone through a few and I couldn't find that so accurate. But exactly, if you want to know the accurate result, you can use a device. You can keep it in your home, keep it in your pocket, measure it every day, your oxygen saturation level, and thereby be calm in case if your oxygen level is good, and be worried if it goes down. Even if you don't want to get tested with COVID positive, or maybe you are isolated yourself, you want to isolate yourself, you can go with this method. So that is the device which is used to measure this level, that's called as pulse oximeter. Pulse oximeter, you can check out here. This pulse oximeter is a device. It is available in near any scientific supply or through online mode. So you can check out in the description below. there is a link been given in for purchasing this oximeter. I have shortlisted one efficient oximeter, pulse oximeter for you. If you want to purchase it, you can go through this link. You can get some discount also there and purchase this oximeter. This pulse oximeter, you have to just use it like a clip on your finger. So they will get the detail how to use that there, and by that you can measure your oxygen saturation level. It's as simple as you measure the blood pressure. So same, it is still more simpler than that in fact. So you can carry this if you can purchase it and take it for your whole family. It will be quite helpful, and it very low price, something like if your family visit to the hospital to just get even consult the doctor, in that price itself you may get a pulse oximeter which you can use for this throughout the year through this pandemic what you are facing. In that you can check almost every other day what you feel. Even if you doesn't feel like fatigue or something symptoms, you can check your oxygen level, and thereby you can ensure that you are safe. So this is almost accurate thing, but that 100% doesn't say just because oxygen level doesn't goes down you are not COVID positive. Every patient will not show this symptom, but the patients who has to worry is those whose oxygen level goes down. So the matter of worry will get cleared if you measure the oxygen level of your body. So check this out if you require that, and and then in case if the oxygen level goes down, you know that hospitals has been providing with the oxygen. That's through the oxygen mask you might have seen, and the different oxygen concentrator. From those things oxygen will be given to the patients who require that. So that's given because our oxygen absorbing capacity has reduced. This oxygen, if we breathe, even though the patients breathe this air, to absorb that oxygen it is quite difficult. That's why we give direct pure oxygen without having other gases. It is just like people getting the glucose directly to their body intravenously. They will get it whenever there are some kind of diseases or when there is tiredness. Instead of having food, digesting it, all those, and absorbing the only glucose, the glucose will be directly given to intravenous IV. So similar way this oxygen will be provided to that. So know these things, share this good information with your known circle, with your friends, family, and please I request you all to subscribe to my channel so that I bring these kind of videos more and more in the coming days, and especially during this lockdown where I'll be free to make more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and share this with your friends.